On the channel, we continue with Mythic Legion's All-Stars Series 6, this time with a little skeleton in Skall Bonesplitter.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mythic Legion's All-Stars Series 6 unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got possibly my favorite figure from All-Stars Series 6, this time with Skall Bonesplitter. But for all your Skall Bonesplitter needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Gotta get a deal out there. You guys know how it goes by now. You also know how this review goes by now. As we're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. And a little person skeleton, sign me up all day long. I love the little people, I love the big people, I love a skeleton, I love big skeletons, small skeletons, all size skeletons. But it's going to be very fun to get a dwarf skeleton for the first time, at least in my collection here in All-Stars Series 6. And there he is. He's got two heads as well. Of course, you can use this head for different figures if you want. We just unboxed another dwarf on the channel from All-Star 6. You can use this head over there, buy multiples of them, have a dwarf army, do what you want to do. But I'm here for this all day. It looks very fun out of the package, and I love the colors on this as well. We'll get into it. But Mythic Legion's on the package, of course. Usual Legion-style packaging. Over there, the old Necronomicon, maybe, the good book, as some know it as. Of course, Skall Bonesplitter, we got a little bit of a blurb there, and then on the back, as we know, we get the generic blurb. You can pause the video if you want to watch that, read that, how about? But of course, I will read the Skall Bonesplitter back here. In life, Skally Bonesplitter, Skally. It's weird, let's see, S-K-L-I on the side of the package, but it's S-K-A-L-L-I in the blurb. So we got a little bit of a typo. One of these is wrong. Is it Skally or Skall? Skally? Either or, I guess, could be right here, but we'll read it here. In life, Skally Bonesplitter was one of the most callously ruthless marauders from the northern settlement of Vikenfell, one of those who succumbed to the curse that befell these warriors. Skally's cruelty has only grown in death. This undead dwarven fighter leads a force of skeleton raiders from the colds of Vikenfell towards the center of Mythos, where he will bring death to all who cross his path. How about that? So a dangerous skeleton dwarf right here. I'm here for Vikings. I'm here for skeletons. I'm here for dwarfs. They're playing all the hits as far as I'm concerned right there. Packaging, a nice gentle off to the side. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic dwarven skeleton prison right there, and then all kinds of accessories in here. Gonna take this offline though, get all this stuff unwrapped, and we'll be back talking all things dwarven skeleton, Skally Bonesplitter. All right, we got Mr. Bonesplitter out of the package, and a very convenient name for a skeleton, I would say. But let's start with the accessories. We got the little bandolier that goes over the top if you want to, a little smaller size for the dwarf right here. Got to have that. We do get two extra hands, two more gripping hands. So we get the side-to-side grip, and we get the up and down. So you get vertical and horizontal gripping hands. Choose your own hand adventure as far as that does go. Now, out of the package here, once again, you can choose your own adventure. That is the motto, or at least should be the motto of Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions. You do get the horns right here. You can connect those to that helmet if you want them with horns on, horns off. It's up to you at the end of the day right there. Well, same thing here, shoulder gauntlets. These are pretty nice, very regal. You got that kind of gold color with goldish bronze, we'll call it, and then beautiful with the skeletons marched inside there. Absolutely do love that, but you can leave it on, take them off, use one, do whatever you want to do there. So those look very, very nice. Once again, we get these three extension pieces into the back. You can use them if you want to. You don't have to. I'm not sure why we get these exactly. I don't know what they're supposed to lock into. You got holes for wings and stuff from other characters, so I guess it's just a way to mix and match pieces if you want to, if that is your thing. If you're really deep into the customizing, You got some spare parts if you need them right there. We do get a beautiful shield right here. 2 different holders for the shield. You can put it in his hand or you can put it around his wrist. I always kind of prefer the wrist ones because it opens this hand to hold something else. You can store more stuff on the character. So you do have that option here. You got a very cool gold trim on this one. Brown on the inside. Almost looks like kind of like Mayan Incan ruins going on over here. But it is an upset face. And I guess if you're going to be getting blasted with swords and all kinds of stuff, spears and things, you're going to have an upset face right here. But you do got that. And you can pick whichever handle you want on the end of the shield. Diving into the weapons here, you get a nice blade. I think we've seen this before as well. Nice big blade at the very top. Got a dirty wash to it. It looks like it's been through some battles over the years. We do get a big old axe, of course. Got to have one of these. Vikings, they love their axes. We know how that goes. Got the point on the top as well. Looking very good. And then we get this hammer, which we've seen in the past as well. Big old hammer with a nice sharp kind of fin spike on the other end. You can use either way of these. So you can mix and match it. If you got a dwarf in your collection, another dwarf one, you mix them, give them different weapons. Make it different, as we always say as well. And then we do got 2, I guess, arm joints, I guess. I'm not sure exactly why we need these. I'm not exactly sure. I guess it gives a little bit more articulation. I'm not exactly sure. But we get 2 of them. They can pop in the elbow, is what it looks like here. Once again, it goes to the customizing of the characters, but I don't necessarily need to use that for me personally. Maybe you do. But now we're diving into the figures here. Let's dive, or the figure more like it. Let's dive into the head sculpt with this one here. Beautiful helmet over the top, horns in, horns out, choose your own adventure, as we say. Got that cool braided Viking beard. You know I'm here for that. And you got that little skeleton face poking through on the back in there. Looking very, very nice. Looking very undead. Like an undead Viking ship would look pretty awesome with these guys all on it. Would be a very cool thing. But looks good. No issues with the head there. The second head, gotta say I prefer the second head. This one is awesome. This looks like Zakk Wylde with a Peacemaker helmet on is what it looks like to me. Love this head. Love the brown beard on this one. I'm definitely going to be using this head on this body, I do believe. So I really do like the looks of that. Love kind of the helmet, the dirty wash to the helmet as well. Just very, very cool. Very nice. Very ornate on this. I don't think these horns come off. I don't want to tempt fate there. I thought maybe they came off, but they do not. But this is a very nice second head sculpt. I prefer it over the first one. Now, the body here, one thing I really like is the color, the blue color of the chest protector on this one. Gives it a little extra color because it is a skeleton. It's got that skeleton yellowish, whitish, murky-ish, dirty wash to it that we usually get with the Mythic Legion skeletons. I like the looks of that, but the kind of bright blue chest and the bright blue down here around the skirt gives it some extra eye candy, gives it a little bit more, and it really is key to the overall appearance of this figure, and I think it works really, really well on this one. Very tight joints on this one. As usual, your mileage may vary. The chest piece, or I guess the dumbbell joint here at the waist, has knocked off on me a couple times when I got him out of the package. That came out as well. Not enough room right there, so he will easily fall out. Now, you can take the skirt piece off if you want to. You can put that in there like that. Give it a little bit more snug that way. But when you put the midsection in here and you put the little in-between, that's where we kind of lose a little bit. So it does pop off fairly easily. Not the worst. It's not going to fall out on you or anything, but if you move it just right, it will pop off. So that's probably going to be key to all of these ones, I would have to imagine. And I guess diving into articulation, that's the dumbbell joint at the waist. Once again, it will pop off on you, so be careful. Arms do go all the way around for us. Single jointed elbow, side to side on the elbow. Hands removable, back forth, side to side. Head removable, back forth, side to side. Very tight in that head sculpt department there. Oh, that is not moving on mine. I'm going to have to heat that up a little bit. We usually have to do that with some of these legions as well. Always safety first with the legions. Got the big old dwarven skeleton splits right there. Of course, splits right out for us. Very tight, single jointed knee once again, side to side at the knee. Ankles back and forth, side to side. Of course, bony skeleton feet down here. Bony hands on this one, as you'd imagine. He's got some arm bracers here, looking very good. Nice bronze color. Almost could be used as a weapon if you need to. Club somebody over the head with those. But just a very good one. But once again, that waist, every time I move it, he pops right off at the waist. I'm not a big fan of that. That gets a little bit annoying. If you're playing with your figures, posing your figures, that'll get old after a while. For me, though, personally, I put them on my shelf, and that's kind of where it ends for the most part. But still, you want your figures to stay together. You don't want a little simple articulation just to fall apart just like that. And we do have that with this one here. So I'd be interested to hear if you got that with your copy. Have to imagine all copies are going to have that issue, I would imagine. Should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. And what do you know? He fits on that stand right there. Pretty darn cool, though. I really do like this figure. Something about a little person, a dwarf as a skeleton and a Viking, playing a lot of hits for me. This is what I like, and I wouldn't be opposed to getting another one of these to display both heads, or I might find use with this head somewhere else. I mean, this is a full-size head. You could use it also with a normal-size character if you wanted to, so there is some options if that is your thing. But I do like this figure. A few quality issues at the waist, but besides that, a fun figure worth the pickup if it is your thing. But let me know if it is your thing in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. You can also check out YouTube channel memberships if that's your thing. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is also the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available wherever podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. So for another Mythic Legions All-Star 6 unboxing, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
Get that real